Good morning everyone. I'm recording a little bit of a different video today because it's very warm and I thought I'd make the most of the nice weather. I am talking at the bottom of my garden. I've come as far away from the house as I can because I'm embarrassed and yeah, I'm a big wimp. I'm sure this will get easier, but I just do feel like a little bit of a tit talking in my garden. But hey, I'm just gonna suck it up. I'm 41 years old. I've got this. I'm sat right at the bottom of my garden. I found some shade underneath this lovely acer tree. This is my potting table. We used to have this old dining table in the, is it a garden table? Yeah, garden table, and it's falling to bits a bit. But this is where I do all my potting, so that's why it's covered in dirt. I have prepared a video today and I am going to discuss some of my favourite YouTubers and some of the favourite things that they have made. So for every YouTube vlogger that I've found 2 or 3 items that they've made that I absolutely love. So hopefully this video will serve 2 purposes. You might find some new vloggers to follow, knitting vloggers, and also you might find some new pattern inspiration, some patterns that you might like to create for yourself. So I've got my laptop. Apologies for my appearance today as well. I don't know why it matters. Again, I shouldn't care, but I'm forcing myself to do this and put no makeup on. It is going to be 32 degrees today in England, and yeah, so it's very hot. I'm trying to make the most of the slightly cooler weather this morning. The cat has just walked past my, whatever this is called. What's this called, Coco? Tripod. Let me see if I can prop you up a little bit better before we start. So the answer to that question was no. You are a bit wobbly, so when the wind blows, the tripod's doing this. Never mind, we try our best. Okay, so I'm going to go through a few of my favourite vlogs from fellow YouTube knitting vloggers, and I'm going to discuss some of my favourite things that they have created. So I'm hoping you can hear me, otherwise I'm going to record this whole video. And the cat is over here. Don't think she's going to make an appearance, but she is having a good sniff of the compost bin at the moment. So first vlogger who I absolutely love is a lady from America, and she has an Instagram page called 72 Stitches, and she has a YouTube channel called Knit All the Yarn. All of the people I've discussed today I will link in the description below. So she's called 72 Stitches because she does a lot of sock knitting, and I absolutely love watching people knit socks. She's currently doing lots of different challenges. She's doing a summer basket challenge where she tries to knit as many pairs of socks as she can over the summer. That starts soon, I think. She has something called Knit All the Stripes where she knits lots of stripy socks, and then she's also doing an opal scrappy sock challenge where any scrap she's got of opal yarn, and this lady knits a lot of socks, so she's got a lot of scraps, so any scraps from her opal yarn she knits up into scrappy socks, and she knits loads. I think she knits like a sock a week, and this first picture is just an example of one of those pairs of socks that she's made. So you can see it's just made of various kind of leftovers from different opal sock yarns, and opals are usually kind of like self-patterning, self-striping socks. I think they do plain as well. We do get them in this country, but they've got tons and tons of patterns, so those socks are just gorgeous. She doesn't knit them as a pair, she just knits them randomly. So I think the idea is that she keeps these ones for herself, and she can just take whatever socks she puts her hands on first out of her sock drawer and wear them. They're not pairs, but I love the way these look. I love the bright colours, they look gorgeous, and I think it's a really great way of using up your self-striping yarns or your scrappy like self-patterning sock yarns in like this scrappy style. Yeah, so I assume she's called 72 Stitches because that's how many stitches you cast on to make like a large medium pair of socks. Just watching the cat, don't know what she's doing. She probably found a bug. No, she's having a lie down. Sorry, she's being very cute. I should show you really, but I'm scared to move the thing. Hang on. She's very cute. Yeah, I've just moved the whole tripod. So, okay. The second project she's done, she's got loads of, is it called Fishy sock yarns? I don't think we sell them in this country. But these ones here just remind me of St. Paddy's Day, and they are a self-striping sock yarn by a brand called Moustache Yarn, which again I don't think we can get in this country, but I love the idea of having a green alternating with a rainbow. So if you had like a rainbow self-striping sock yarn, you could just alternate with the green, and that looks really, really cool. Very St. Patrick's Day. Loving the rainbows as well. We love a rainbow. They're just gorgeous, aren't they? Really bright and fun. Cait is currently pushing a pot over, so if that's what you can hear, that noise, that's what it is. What are you doing? She likes sleeping in plant pots. She's very strange. Can you see her? Where is she? There she is. What are you doing? She's just wants to be the centre of attention, obviously. So yeah, those are Moustache Yarn socks that she's made. Absolutely gorgeous. If you love sock knitting, just watch her videos. She just knits socks. I think she's on like episode 350 or something. So if you have a few hours to kill and you want to discover a new YouTuber, give her a go. She's from America. She's just lovely. She's just a really nice lady who knits all the socks. Next, a non-sock item that she knits as well. She knits some blankets, so sometimes she'll buy yarn specifically to knit blankets. This is a great pattern that she's used here for using up sock yarns. You could use your self-patterning sock yarns, your stripy sock yarns, and it's called a jelly roll blanket, and it is by a designer called Kate Jones. You could use this for DK, you could use this for 4-ply. I just think it's a great scrappy blanket for using up all your leftovers from whatever projects you have. This particular one, I think she's used plain yarn, but I think I've seen some other people do this type of blanket using the self-patterning sock yarn. So what a lovely pattern. There's loads of these projects for this pattern on Ravelry, so go check it out. So that's a jelly roll blanket by Kate Jones. So that's 72 stitches. Really, really lovely vlogger. Check her stuff out, really inspirational. If you ever just want to make, she's on Instagram as well as 72 stitches. If you ever just want some inspiration for colour combinations and things for knitting socks, she's a definite great one to follow. So next vlogger, that was one of the vloggers that I started watching when I got back into knitting, and she has really inspired me to start my YouTube channel, and that is a vlogger called Knit by AJ. She's in the UK and she makes some beautiful items, and she knits a lot of kind of patterns that are new to me, so not necessarily from designers like your petite knit, my favourite things knitwear. So these are all quite common designers in the like knitting blog world, but Knits by AJ has introduced me to quite a few designers that I haven't heard of before. So this is one of those patterns that I'm talking about. So this item she made is the Charlie Pullover by Morica Knit, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It is a long sleeve jumper. I can't find a finished picture of it, but she has finished it, and if you look at her Instagram you can probably find, she does lots of reels, you can probably find some reels of her wearing this item. And she's knit, it's like a polo top with a collar. She's knit this in a lovely kind of beigey cream colour and a lovely deep foresty green stripe. So yeah, that is an absolutely gorgeous pattern, and her finished object looks amazing. All of her knits she does are like finished to a really high standard, and she's got a couple of dogs. My husband recently got a drone, so she's been doing lots of footage using that. So yeah, really lovely videos to watch. Definitely give her a like and a follow. The next item she's made that I absolutely love is this Daft Days cardigan, which is a design by Rebecca Crayabaya, that's the one. And this is a lovely cardigan. Again, we've got a bit of a rainbow here, and she's knit this in BC Garn Samila Melange. Okay, and it's like, it looks like she's used coloured stripes alternated with this gorgeous beige. And if you look at those buttons as well, she's just picked lovely buttons. She does really kind of, what I like about this vlogger is she does like really kind of simple, kind of classic colour combinations sometimes, and then she occasionally will go like really bright and kind of more out there, and that's what I like. That's what I think I knit like. I'll have like really kind of neutral, plain, simple knits, and then every now and then I'll go a bit mad and do something a little bit more exciting. But yeah, love this cardigan. This is on my list of knits that I would love to make. She's on Ravelry as well, and yeah, go check her vlogs out. They're really lovely vlogs. She does Vlogmas as well, so there's lots of content there to check back on. And the final knit by AJ Knits is again a design by the Crayabaya or Rebecca Clow, and this is the Winternes Sweater, which she knit using an Avant from Loom Wool. So she got a big skein or two big skeins, and then she got the minis for her Christmas Avant, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I had to take a screenshot of this from Instagram. I have tried to get hold of all these people to just say, am I okay to use these pictures? But everyone who's replied has said it's fine. So, but yeah, it looks so soft and lovely and lightweight, and look how expensive that looks. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. Love the colours from the Avant. Love the colours she's chosen to pair with it, and also like just how she's chosen the pattern that goes with the wool so well. I just think she's done a great job, and a lovely lady. I highly recommend checking her out. I think this wool base she used was quite a luxurious one as well, so I think it had some silk or cashmere in there, but you can really tell that from looking at the picture. It looks very expensive. So that's AJ Knits. Those are three of my favourite things that she has created. As I said, she's got an Instagram, she's got a Ravelry, she's got a YouTube channel, which is absolutely brilliant. Go and check her out. Moving on now to an American YouTuber. I think she's American, she could be Canadian. I really need to find this information out before I start creating videos, but hi, sorry in advance to anyone I've offended. This is Ourielle, and I think that's pronounced correctly, and she is quite a new YouTuber, and she does amazing vlogs, and she makes some really beautiful knits using like some mad colours, and I'm just, her eye for colour is amazing. How she pairs kind of, I've seen like quite well-known patterns that she's done in a different colour that you wouldn't expect, and it just adds a whole new twist to what the pattern, and it makes it really fresh and inspiring. So the first one she's done is a Norma sweater by My Favourite Things Knitwear, and she's knit this in a grey, but then she's paired it with some really bright acid, so she's used like a shade of bright acid yellow and then like a mustard shade, and it just looks amazing. So that's the Norma sweater. Really, as I said, like quite a well-known pattern, but the bright colour she's used as the accent on the stripe just makes it look really modern and vibrant, and absolutely adore that. And it makes me want to knit with yellow, which I don't actually think is my colour. But yeah, she uses really bright colours, like this second pattern which I love of hers, which is the Bergman sweater by Caitlin Hunter, which I think is Boyland Knits. The Bergman sweater, so she's just done this in a black with a really lovely electric blue as the colourwork, and it looks fantastic. Like, I love electric blue, but I just think this looks so cool and modern. It's very like, it looks pixelated, it looks like really graphic, and I'm not choosing the right words here, but you know what I mean. It looks like, it reminds me of pixels, and that also makes it look quite retro, but it's also really modern at the same time. But absolutely adore that, and with her colouring as well, all the bright colours look fantastic. And look at her, she's just cool. I wish I was that cool. I've never been that cool. I mean, I'm using the word cool as well, so it's a lost cause really, isn't it? The final thing I'm going to talk about for this particular vlogger, I have wanted to knit this pattern for ages, and I've always ummed and ahed because I've always thought the neckline looked a bit wide on some of them, but I've really wanted to try it because loads of people said it's really easy to knit, it's a really enjoyable knit. Originally I thought I'm going to knit it in black, in quite like a see-through kind of yarn. Let me tell you what it is first, because you're going to have no context of what I'm talking about. It is, of course, the Ranunculus by Midori Hirose. No, it's not. Ranunculus by Midori Hirose. Hirose. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And I've always wanted to knit this in kind of like a fluffy, really open gauge yarn in like a black, so that I could wear it like over the top of a dress or with jeans and kind of make it a little bit dressy uppy, and it would be a bit see-through, so you might have to wear like a little cami vest underneath it. But I like that idea of having it quite loose and airy. However, when I've seen this version, it's made me think I need to just go big or go home, really, in a really lovely bright yarn. So she has knit this in Cascade Cantata in Neon Lime, and look at this. How amazing is this? It's just stunning. The colour is so vibrant and it just makes the whole pattern like take on a different vibe. Like, it doesn't look old-fashioned, it doesn't look kind of like, I'm not saying it looks old-fashioned, but sometimes I think lacework around here can look a bit like dated, but in that colour it looks amazing. It looks so modern, it looks young, it looks fresh. Absolutely love it. What a great choice of colour for that pattern. So it's making me rethink. I'm wondering about like an electric blue would look pretty good. The only problem I have with knitting things in blue is that I always want to wear blue jeans, and I don't like wearing blue jumpers with blue jeans. I don't know why. Maybe that's just a me thing, but do you know what I mean? Like blue jeans with a blue top just doesn't, I don't know, it might just be me. So yeah, go check her out. She is on Instagram. Her name is Ourielle. I think that's how you pronounce it. Apologies if you don't. That's how you spell it. O-U-R-I-E-L-L-E. I'll put it in the description down below. And she just knits lovely things. Her vlogs are amazing as well. She's really intelligent. She's got a really cool sense of style, and it's just really interesting to listen to as well. I really enjoy listening to her vlogs and watching her vlogs. Now, on to probably what I would consider to be my favourite vlog on YouTube at the moment. So again, this is a vlogger who, when I was watching the vlogs, I started thinking, could I do this? Like, I've been knitting for a while. Do I have what it takes to be an averagely successful YouTube knitting vlogger? And this lady has just inspired me. She was one of the ones that I was just like, yeah, I'm going to give it a go. And it is, of course, Sarah from The Knitting Forecast. She is a dream. She's such a lovely lady. I sometimes message her on Instagram. I love listening to her vlogs. I love her accents. I love everything she makes. I love how down to earth she is. I'm just fangirling basically. She's brilliant. And some of her makes are just chef's kiss. Especially this first one, which is the Fishy Sweater by Knip Serena. And it is an adult pattern, but when I was looking on Ravelry, I saw that they do a child version as well, and I just thought, oh my gosh, for a child's jumper, amazing. But even for an adult's jumper, it's just a vibe. We're all about the fish at the moment, aren't we? That's been a trend for what, a few years, and this is just gorgeous. And the idea of doing some of the fish in different colours in like a contrast yarn is just beautiful, and I love the colours that Sarah's picked for this. So this is the Fishy Sweater. It's an Aran weight round neck jumper knit on 5mm needles. It has a bottom up construction and it's knit in the round, and it has like an oversized comfy fit, and because of the Aran weight I'd imagine it will be quite snuggly and warm as well. So the suggested, I don't know what the suggested yarn for this is, but Sarah's knit this in Garn Studio Drops Air, which is a lovely kind of fluffy yarn, and she's knit it in a grey shade. There's an aeroplane going over, I hope you can still hear me. In like a lovely mid grey with like a bright blue as the main contrast colour for most of the fish, and then she's knit kind of the inside band of the collar in a bright orange and the inside band of the cuff in a bright pink, and then she's knit a pink fish and an orange fish, and it is beautiful. I love it, absolutely love it. She's done such a great job. Her colour work looks so neat, absolutely love it. 10 out of 10. That is on my wish list for things to knit as well. I'm not sure what colours I'd do. I'd probably do something boring and do it in like white and grey and black, but have like a pop. Or you could knit the fish in like a couple of the fish in like a rainbow striping yarn. Or you could do like a black jumper and use a rainbow stripe to do all the fish so that the rainbows go down the jumper. That would be cool. But yeah, absolutely love that jumper. I could have picked about 10 of her knits. Absolutely love them all. The next knit of hers that I'm going to talk about is the Halibut Cardigan. Again, this is something that has been on my wish list for ages, and this is a pattern by Boyland Knitworks, and it is a drop shoulder v-neck Aran weight cardigan knit on 5.5mm needles, and it is bottom up construction. Sarah's knit this in a gorgeous red Garn Studio Drops Nepal yarn, or Nepal, don't know how you say that, but the recommended yarn is something called Peace Fleece worsted yarn, which I've never heard of, so I assume it's not available in this country. And she's knit this in a bright red with like a beigey cream as the colour work, and it's stunning. Again, like just the simplicity of it and the choice of colour, like a really bright pop of red with like a more neutral for the colour work. It just works really well. I love the buttons she's chosen. She's chosen those, like, are they called duffel coat buttons? That's what I would call them. In like, I can't see from the picture, but it's either a dark brown or a black, and it just looks amazing. And a really lovely cardigan. Like, she sometimes wears them on her vlogs with like a graphic t-shirt, and then she'll just have this over the top, and it looks fab. Again, not sure I could pull that off because I'm not as cool as all these younger YouTubers. I assume they're much younger than me, but hey. Absolutely love that cardigan. Definitely want to knit. Not sure I like the idea of back and forth on a colour work, but it is going to be something that I'm going to have to try at some point. So yeah, love that cardigan from Sarah. And the final knit in my top 3 of her knits that she's created are these beautiful, gorgeous colourwork cuff club socks from Summer Lee. Love the design of these, and it's the September cuff club sock, Colourwork cuff club sock, and Sarah's knit these in like the best colour combination I've ever seen. Like, just the black and white is so perfect, and then just with that hit of like the gold yellow, like, it looks really expensive and cool and like modern, gorgeous. Love them, absolutely love them. I need to knit more socks. I think I've got like 4 pairs of sock whips on the go at the minute, and I'm trying so hard to work through my whips, but every day I just want to cast on a different sock. It's a problem. But yeah, she's done a great job of those. I assume it's just a basic vanilla sock. I can't see the heel because the heel's in black, but she's done the heel and the toe and the cuff in the black, and then the colourwork, as I said, is like a black and white motif with those little hints of yellow, and even how she's photographed it is just beautiful. Love it. Well done, Sarah. You're an inspiration to us all. Next vlogger that I'm going to discuss is an OG in the knitting vlog hemisphere, and that is of course Ange from Yarn and Yarns. She has been doing vlogs for ages. She's an absolute pro. She's amazing. If you don't follow her, please follow her. She does spinning, she does knitting, she does crochet. She did a 12 cast-ons knit along at Christmas. She does like really cool ways of like picking what whip she's going to work on. She does like a dice throwing thing where she decides what she's going to work on by throwing a dice. And she does like loads and loads of stuff. It's a fly, sorry. Loads and loads of stuff that, again, like patterns that I've not heard of and from designers I've not heard of. And the first knit of hers that I'm going to discuss is it's called The Shift, and it's by Andrea Mowry. And Andrea's knit this. I assume it's a colour changing yarn. I couldn't see on her Ravelry what yarn she'd used for this, but it is absolutely beautiful. The pattern is gorgeous, and I love the choice of yarn that she's used. I don't know whether this is some yarn that she's hand spun herself, because she does spin her own yarns. So I can't start spinning yarn, I just don't have room, but in the future it may well happen. But I can't start another hobby, I just can't. Not while I've got a full-time job anyway. So yeah, so that's The Shift. It looks like a shawl, but it's actually a cowl. So I think it has a point at the front, so the idea is that when you're wearing it, it looks like a shawl, but it is a cowl, so it's really easy to wear. It's knit on 3.75mm needles. I think the stitch pattern is gorgeous. It looks like that might be slip stitches. I love Angie's choice of yarn for this. I think it looks beautiful. Really, really nice. I do need to knit myself like a shawl or cowl or something for the winter, but when it's 30 degrees, approaching 32, it's a bit hard to sit with that much knitting on your lap, isn't it? So that's my first fave from the lovely Ange. And then she's also knit quite a few of these gnomes. Now, I never thought I'd be a toy knitter, but watching people knit these gnomes from Sarah Shearer, I think that's how you pronounce it, they're just joyful. Like the idea of having a couple of these little quirky fellas in my house on a little shelf watching over me, yeah, granny vibes, love them. So the one that she's done that I absolutely love, she's done quite a few, but looking through her Ravelry, this one is called Gnome News is Good News. Oh, I've just got a cramp in my leg. Gnome News is Good News by Sarah Shearer. And Sarah Shearer is like a knitwear designer. I think she has books as well, and she does these gnome patterns. She does have some knitwear patterns as well. I've seen that she does hats and things like that. But they're absolutely adorable, and I think they do like secret ones where you'll get like a part of the pattern every now and then, and the names are hilarious. Like there's one that's got like a bear hat, you know, like those baby children hats you can get that's like a bear with little ears. There's one of these gnomes that's got a bear hat on, and it's called a Berry Cozy Gnome. And there's one called my camera's rocking, sorry. I've also got really bad cramp in my foot. I might have to get up and walk around in a minute. I'll have a break after this one. So Berry Cozy Gnome, which is wearing a little bear hat. No, it's no good. The cramp is winning. Give me one sec. Let's try again. Right. I'm trying to sit in a different position. This is what being old's about. My body's falling apart. Okay, so the Berry Cozy Gnome, and then we've got All Work Gnome Play. We love a pun. And gnome is where you hang your hat. Like, just the names alone are enough to make you want to knit them, and they are beautiful, and there's all sorts of different designs. But Ange has knit this Gnome News is Good News with a lovely little green hat and little green shoes, and I love how you can't see their eyes because their eyes are covered by their hats, and you just see this little nose and beard and moustache poking out. Adorable, absolutely gorgeous. So yep. Oh, fly. Final pattern oh no, that's all I've got for Ange, but have a look at her Ravelry, and please check out her YouTube channel. She's so lovely. I just want to meet her. I want to just knit with I want to get together with all these people and just knit with them. Wouldn't that be fun? Right, next one, Rosie Spring. Now Rosie is a sweetheart who has aspirations to dress like a toddler and live like a granny, which is just, it's the dream really, isn't it? That's the dream. And she sews and she knits and she crochets, and she's got like cozy vibes, and she's so cute. She's just adorable. So the first knit of hers that I want to talk about is her Champagne Cardigan, which is a pattern by Petite Knit, and she has knit this in the most perfect shade of green, and I really want a green cardigan, and I don't know whether it would suit me, but I just really want a big oversized green cardigan. So like my brown cardigan, which is that Eva cardigan, I feel like I want to knit that again, but in green, like a V-neck. Sorry, the birds are having a fight. But this is the most perfect green cardigan, and so she's used the Champagne Cardigan pattern, which is quite similar to the Eva cardigan, I think, but I think it's got a different button band. It might have a double knit button band, whereas the Eva cardigan has got like a ribbed button band. And she's knit this with like very slouchy sleeves, and she's knit it quite a cropped length, and it just looks really cool and cozy, and as I said, it's in the perfect colour. So the Champagne Cardigan is a top-down raglan cardigan, which is knit on 4.5mm needles, and the suggested yarn is to hold a DK and mohair together, which is what I think Rosie's done. Yep, she's knit this in Deramores Studio Anti-Piling DK. Now I don't think Deramores is around anymore. I think it turned into Lovecrafts. It was like an online wool shop that was really good. I think it was around before Wool Warehouse. But yeah, I think it turned into Lovecraft, so whether they still have their own yarn, I'm not sure. But she's used that Deramores yarn in the shade Fur, and Sheep's mohair in the colour Boogie, which I misread as Bogey because of the colour, but I'm pretty sure it's Boogie. Like Boogie, not like Bogey, but hey. And it just looks adorable. I love it. Yeah, need to knit a green cardigan. The second make of Rosie's that I love, and this is something she's self-drafted. I don't know whether she has plans to release this, but you should, Rosie. I mean, I could never wear this, but it looks so cute on you. And she's made like a little acorn hat with like a little bit on the top. And it is like that toddler vibe, and it's so cute. And it's got like a rolled hem. Obviously the picture's there for you, but she's knit a couple of these, and I just think they are, especially with like short hair, they look so cute and really like just it's just so cool. So yeah, go and have a look at her page. There's one more pattern from her, which is a really recent make that she's made, which is absolutely stunning, and she's knit a sunflower jumper. I can't remember what pattern she's used because I don't think she's put it on a Ravelry yet, but she might have updated it by the time you watch this video. And she's knit like a plain jumper, and then she's duplicate stitched this sunflower on top, and she's designed it herself, the sunflower motif, and it is stunning. And she is selling it, the kind of chart for it, for £1. Whether it'll still be £1, I don't know, but at the minute when I've recorded this video, she's selling it for £1. Go and have a look. It's like a massive sunflower on the front of this blue jumper. How gorgeous does it look? Like, adorable. And she's done such a good job of designing it. It looks really, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just really lovely. And I need to get some more adjectives, don't I? I need to get my thesaurus out. So yeah, go check Rosie out. She does lovely short videos as well. She'll do like YouTube shorts and Instagram videos, and like the quality of her videos and the editing and everything is really good. I'm worried that this sun, I'm gonna have to move this video. Yeah, the sun is like there, so I don't know how good quality this video is, but it is more of like a listen to me talk, isn't it, and then look at the pictures, which will go over the top of the video, so you should still be able to see those. So yeah, Rosie Spring, that's Rosie Spring. She has a Instagram and a YouTube. Go and check her out, she's adorable. Next, these are quite famous vloggers from the other side of the pond, I'm going to say, because I don't, again, America I'm assuming, and they are called Those Twins Who Knit, and they are two sisters, obviously twins, and they knit the most beautiful, like stylish, chic designs, and their colour choice is always impeccable, and their yarns look so luxurious, and love them. And they do lots of patterns that I like to knit as well. So the first pattern that I'm going to talk about is, one of them has knit a Marseille Sweater, which is by Petite Knit, and it's a lovely drop shoulder, kind of really basic, simple sweater, so the sort of thing that Petite Knit is really well known for. And this is a drop shoulder sweater, knitting DK weight on 4mm needles, and the suggested yarn for this jumper is Sanders Garn Double Sunday. It's worked from the top down, and she has knit it in this lovely camely beige colour with what looks like a black stripe, and I just think it looks really chic, and what a great staple to have, to be able to put on with whatever, jeans, workwear, over a cute little dress. Absolutely gorgeous. So that's the first knit from her. They also knit beautiful socks as well, but they do so much, and they've got lovely videos as well, and because there's two of them that are knitting, you get kind of more for your buck, don't you, because there's two people, twice as much work. But yeah, check them out, fantastic. The second sweater that I wanted to discuss by those two is the Holly Sweater. I'm sorry, I don't know what the twins, their names are, because I don't know, they look the same. And one of those has knit the Holly Sweater in a kind of fingering and mohair yarn, and it is a pattern by Pernille Larsen, which I think is the Knitting for Olive designer, but I might be wrong. And I think there's an adult version and a child's version, and it's knit in 4mm needles. I'm just gonna have a look and see. Yeah, it's a Knitting for Olive pattern, and it's knit using Knitting for Olive merino and held with Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair, and it's got little bubbles for the holly berries, and it is stunning. And their version is pretty much the same as the version that the designer has made, and their photographs and the quality of their videos as well, like in the way they style their knits, and it looks so professional. It's really inspiring. So yeah, definitely give those a follow. The last one from those I have got is the Winternes Sweater by Joanna Weirnicker, and this, I really like this because it's knit in so super bulky wool, but it still looks really like kind of chunky and modern. Sometimes I think super bulky wool can look a bit naff in like knitwear, but this still looks really expensive because of the stitch pattern. And it's knit on 6mm needles, this one, so in like really quick to knit up, I imagine. And they've knit this in a lovely kind of neutral cream colour. They do a lot of neutrals, that really suits them as well. I think it's got like a really high neck, this jumper as well. I think that would be lovely and snuggly in the winter. So aeroplanes are noisy. I don't know how much you can hear me when an aeroplane goes over. I really need to get one of those little microphone things. So yeah, that's Those Twins Who Knit. Again, they've got a massive back catalogue of videos on YouTube, so if you are looking for something to keep you occupied for quite a while, then give those a follow on YouTube. Next YouTube vlogger is a channel called Cait Casts On, Why are people so noisy? There's no need. Cait Casts On, and the first thing I want to talk about for her is a pattern that she has designed herself that I have applied to be a test knitter for. I haven't heard anything yet, but fingers crossed. So these are the most beautiful lace pattern. They've got like a pattern detail that makes like ribbon going down, which looks really pretty, and they're just gorgeous. And she's knit them in this beautiful bright red, and she's also knit another pair in like a bright green, so like Christmas vibes. But I just think these are absolutely gorgeous. They remind me of like school socks. Remember those white socks, knee-high socks with like the little lace design, or the holes as we would have called them. But they are absolutely stunning, and I will let you know if I get put on that pattern test knit. We will see. So this is her own pattern, and she's, oh look, made a friend. Hello. Going to have to go somewhere else, Mr. Caterpillar. You are very cute though. How am I going to get you off? Come on. There we go, look. Oh, I'll put him. Can I put him? Oh, he's made like a web. There you go. It's on the grass. Anyway, sorry, caterpillar interlude. He's good, he's on the grass. The next make by Cait Casts On is stunning, and I want to make it, but I'm scared because it's a lot of colour work and it's in quite a fine yarn, and it involves steeking. And it is the 1988 cardigan by Hannah Kim. So as I said, it's a steeked cardigan knit in Beaches and Booches, which is the best yarn name ever. Le Petit Lamb's Wool, my French GCSE coming into play there, wasn't useless after all. And that the colours she's chosen for this cardigan, and like the neatness, and it's just beautiful, and it must have took her hours and hours and hours. And then you've got to cut it after you've done all of that. Just scares the living daylights out of me. But I just think the colour she's chosen, the amount of contrast in that colour work, even like the colour she's chosen for the cuffs and the button band and the collar, everything is stunning. And I can just imagine that this cardigan would just get so much wear. It's absolutely beautiful. The only thing I don't like about it is it has quite a wide neckline. I don't know whether that's on certain sizes or whether that's just part of the style of the cardigan. So that would be the only thing that would put me off knitting it. No, it wouldn't. The only thing that would put me off knitting is the steeking, the colour work, and all the other things that I probably wouldn't be able to do. But yeah, that would put me off wearing it, let's say, because I don't like a wide collar on a cardigan. I like if I have like a round neck cardigan, I don't want it to be up here. But it's gorgeous. The colours she's chosen for that are absolutely perfect, stunning. And I feel like it didn't take her that long to knit. I feel like it would take me years. But I remember watching her video when she started it, and then she's finished it in the last month or so, so it can't have taken her that long. Next pattern that she has made that I absolutely adore, and again is something that I would like to knit if only I had more hours in the day, and that is the Maggie Vest by Petite Knit. And she's knit this in Kelbourne Woolen Scout in the shade Juniper Heather, and it is the most beautiful heathered bottle green colour. And again, it's a round neck vest with a button band with teeny tiny buttons down the front, and I just think it is beautiful, and I can imagine getting so much wear out of this. I think the colour she's picked is perfect. I think the size and the colour of the buttons are gorgeous as well, and her knits just look really well made and expensive. And I assume this is quite a simple pattern as well. Petite Knit, they usually are quite simple, but very chic, very stylish, very wearable. Love the colour, love everything about it. She's done a great job. So I think we're going to end the video there. There are a few honourable mentions that I'd like to tell you about, because I just couldn't fit all of the people I wanted to talk about in one video, so I'm going to add them at the end, so you can go and give them a follow. So the first is the Stash Down Diaries, and she is from Canada, and her aim is to get her stash down. So she doesn't say she's never going to buy yarn, but she just keeps note of her stash, and she tries to do stash busting projects, and she makes gorgeous things. I love listening to her talk. She just seems like such a lovely lady. So yeah, loads of videos she's made, so if you want someone to follow who's going to give you lots of content, give her a like and a follow. So that's the Stash Down Diaries. And there's a lovely lady, I think she's called Kelly, and her channel is Row and Kades, and she is I think she's a full-time knitwear designer, or she designs knitting patterns for publications as well, and then she makes her own patterns that you can buy. She's currently doing a sock knitting bi-monthly challenge where she'll give one of her sock patterns at a discounted price, and then you can knit along and then have a chance of winning a prize. Really lovely. Her designs are beautiful, the makes she makes are beautiful. She's lovely just to listen to as well, so go check her out. So that's Row and Kades. Another honourable mention is a lady who runs Little Likak Yarns, which is, she's a yarn dyer, and she does some absolutely gorgeous vlogs as well. She recently did a spring vlog, and every day she kind of did a part of a vlog, and she took us along with her to a yarn show where she was selling her hand knit yarns. That was really interesting, and she sometimes vlogs her dyeing the yarns and the thought process behind like her clubs that she does. And again, lovely lady. Isn't everyone in like the knitting community just lovely? Is it just me? Maybe there's something in that we all spend so much time knitting that we don't have time to be I don't know. Anyway, Knit with Juliette is another lovely channel that you should follow. Then we've got Amy Knits, who is quite a new YouTuber. She is again such a lovely girl. She's got a lovely Instagram. She messages me quite a lot on Instagram. We have a little chat about, not a lot, that sounds, she doesn't message me a lot, but we talk on Instagram, and we like each other's projects and things like that. She's just again a lovely girl. Then we've got This Knitty Life, again really down to earth, like, and she does some amazing bright coloured knits, like patterns I've never heard of again, different yarn types, so she'll use different kind of yarn bases for her projects, and she loves neon colours, and yeah, I just love watching her podcasts as well. And finally, again, similar kind of style, we've got Yarn and Glitter. She loves bright colours and pinks, and she knits loads of things that I wouldn't knit, but like I love watching her create them. And she's also got a little business where she makes these beautiful project bags, so definitely check those out. I've been tempted quite a few times where she does like printing on them, and they've got like cute little slogans and designs on in really bright colours. She's amazing, again, like lovely to listen to. Yeah, they're all absolutely fantastic. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been a bit different setup, different kind of content. I've got another couple of videos planned for the near future. One of them is like a kind of extended project vlog, and the other one is just a normal vlog telling you what I've been up to. I think I'm gonna have to do in July, in the summer holidays, like a 12 cast-ons catch up to let you know how I've done on that challenge, because I cast 12 projects on over Christmas, and I wanted to do a catch up to let you know where I've got with those, because obviously I haven't finished them all, there's no chance. And what else? I want to kind of do like a yarn haul, not a yarn haul, like a yarn, show you my stash, what's in there. So yeah, got a few ideas as the term settles down. Obviously we're on half term now, and then in the summer holidays I'll have more time to do more vlogs. Let me know if there's anyone I've missed. I mean, there's loads that I watch, and I'd love to find some new knitting vlogs, so please comment below are any of these that I've mentioned your favourites. What are your favourite projects from these makers as well? Let's all look after each other, follow each other, give each other the support, because it is a lovely community, as I said before, and I really enjoy chatting to you in the comments. Give us a like on Instagram as well. I've got an Instagram, it's joe_knits_, and yeah, be lovely to find out what you're up to and what your views on my vlog are this week. And please look after yourselves in this heat. Make sure you drink plenty of water, look after your family, and it will cool down, so let's make the most of it while it lasts. Hope you have a lovely half-term week. Take care.